Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
We're back. Hey, everyone. It's Monday. Not just any Monday. It is Motivational Monday. And it's Sprint Day. There's Sharon, Corliss, Doris, Jane, Jocelyn, Sarah, Vicky, Catherine, Marguerite is in the house. You guys are all here everybody's here. Everybody's here. Everybody's doing it. Marianne, Joanne. That's what I'm talking about. And of course, Amber and Jenny are both here. Of course. Carol, you're here. Carla is too. Yay. And who are my sprinters? Put your pinkies up if you're sprinting. There's my Patsy. Good to see. Gisela, glad to you're here. Same with you, Cheryl. There's Jennifer from Indiana. Lucy's in the house. My goodness, look at everybody coming in so fast. Hi, Samantha over there on YouTube. Glad to have you all here. And you know what we're going to be doing this week? A new thing. We're also going to be on Instagram. We're trying to get it together. Well, let me just say this. Amber's got it together. Leanne's trying to get it together. All right, let's just go with that. It's been one heck of a morning. You know, have you had a Monday where you're just going, can we just start over? Hi, Terry. Hi, Flynn. Flynn's here too. So is Margaret. Love this. Corliss. Angie's in the house. Vicky's in the house. Look at all of you lovelies. I'm delighted that you're here because Mondays, don't you love Fresh Start Monday? That's what we should call it, is Fresh Start Monday. We're starting fresh. We are starting fresh. I'm so excited about that. And I'm excited that Corliss and Allison are both here as well. Vicky, good to see you. Hi, Debbie. There goes the pinkies. Hey, Debbie, we're starting with pinkies up, so just do it. You know the drill. Anyway, this is a brand new week. It is a brand new sprint. I've had my smoothie this morning, took my supplements. Yay. Good start. Got my hydration on. I've got my hot milk mix on. All of it. Betsy's in the house. Yay. Juanita's here too. Hi, Steph. Good to see you. Hi, Steph. I'm seeing new names, which is super fun. We love new names. We love new people coming in because we have can I just say, we've got the best group of women on the planet. Have you noticed how incredible that group is? You should be in there. I'm telling you. So a couple of things just to get us started. Let's start with our quote of the week, right? Because I love a good quote of the week. And this whole week, the setup for you is, are you ready? The ball's dropping. The ball's dropping. It's like, New Year's Eve. Time. We're going to be talking about how we can get ahead and get control of our time, because you know what it is. If you don't have control of your time and your time has control of you, or you're wasting it, or you're letting it go, or whatever, just things don't get done. And when things don't get done and you don't have your stuff planned out, you feel like, man, this is hard. Man, this is hard. And life is hard. And this is hard. And that is hard. Forget about it. So it's time. But let's start with a good old quote. And here it is from Florence Shin. Faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly. There's my pinkies up and bouncing along. Hey, Sarah's just now. She's quoting. She is quoting Rolling Stones. And guess what it says right there on my notes? Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Because the Rolling Stones had it all together with it when they were talking about that one thing, didn't they? I love it. Yes, Doris has broke her fast with her smoothie, and now she's on to hot milk mix. So am I. Cheers. Here's to hot milk mix time. Anyway, I love this quote. I love because when we use our knowing, and that's part of our beautiful selves, this is where our higher self is, this is where our soul is, this is where our intuition is, this is where we connect with God, when that is all in, when we know, that's our faith right there, and we act accordingly, it's less difficult. It's less difficult. The flow happens. Have you noticed that? It has. It's delightful like that. It's so much fun. Hi, Lily. I'm glad you showed up. Janet's here too. Yay, Janet. Good to see you. Hi, Rena. I know. I called her Rena. She corrected me. She said it's Rena, like ballerina. So I'll never forget that. That was a good one. Anyway, our supplement of the week, y'all. Organic ACV. I love this stuff because, first of all, the ACV supplements that are out there, most of the time you're not going to see organic. And when you consider that apples are on the Dirty Dozen list and have been forever and ever, you don't want to be taking pesticides with this. This helps your digestion. It does. And it also helps with fat loss. There's a lot of interesting stuff about it. And for some of us, we don't like what ACV does to our teeth. And it is hard on the enamel. So we've got this now. You can get it at savingdinner.com/show. When you purchase your ACV, not only are you going to get this fabulous product and start noticing, I know you will, you'll start noticing some difference in your digestion. You'll start to see some things happen as you start taking it regularly. But we're also going to send you our Now and Later bundle. These are 4 books of what you cook now and then later. This is you've got a meal in the freezer for later. So we show you exactly how to do it. Super easy, good way to stack and stuff your freezer full of good stuff. And get this, it's free. It's usually a $40 value when we even have it out. Not now. You're going to get it for free when you order our organic ACV supplement. So check it out, savingdinner.com/show. Lily says, yay, she ordered her journal. And I have something yay to tell you. They just came in. We ordered hundreds more. So we are back in black, back in business, and we are ready to send you your journal, okay? We're ready to send you our journal, and I've also bought some padded envelopes. We've had a few mishaps in the mail with them, and don't worry, anybody who's had any issues, we will definitely take care of you. Don't worry about that. So get your journal right now. I want you to know this. On Saturday, May 15th, from 10 a.m. Eastern to 12 p.m. Eastern, we're going to do a workshop on it. It is free as long as you have your journal, okay? So they're all going out. If you have ordered, they're capsules, Gisela. If you have ordered your journal and they're already home and with you, you don't have to worry about that. You will get an invitation to one of 2 workshops, and you can go to both if you want to. It might be fun. But the other one is on May 22nd. So each Saturday, right? From 10 a.m. Eastern to 12 p.m. Eastern. And then probably it's going to go over. I'm going to just say that. Probably going to go over. And the reason why? Question and answer. This is a workshop. So here's what I want you to do. Show up with pencils, show up with highlighters, and also your homework. And by the way, your homework will be going out in an email to everybody who's purchased this workshop. You're going to want to spend some time with it. Let me just say this. These journals have the ability to completely change your entire life. You can get more done in 12 weeks than you can for an entire year if you use this correctly. And I can't wait to teach you. It's going to be so much fun. And both of these workshops are live. We will take care of all your questions, make sure that you feel like you know what to do next. It's going to be really fun. So go to savingdinner.com/journal and get your journals. And when I say journals, you can buy them for the year and get a price break. You can buy 1, you can buy 2, you can buy 4. Make your choice and get it going. Hey there, Macy. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Jane. Yeah, everybody's ordered. Vicky's ordered. I know all of you have. And listen, we have them enough for everybody now. Everyone. So now's the time. savingdinner.com/journal, and we will take care. Oh, I know it's like being a kid for Christmas. I know these things are absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to teach you how to use them and really totally take down everything, because this is how it's done. Okay. Also, speaking of, these are success tools, by the way. This journal is an absolute success tool. So is our mindful mug. You can find out all about it at savingdinner.com/mug. There's a blog post there that teaches you how to use this to your benefit, right? Especially if you've had issues with, let's say, eating too fast or not preparing enough or the food not being target trifecta, this kind of stuff. It's really going to be a helpful tool for you. Check it out. And you can find a way to get it free, and you can also pay for it if you want to. So it just depends on you. savingdinner.com/mug. And lastly, we've got our decks, quote decks. How many? You got 4 of them? Oh, Betsy did. Yeah, you got 4 of the journal. Aren't they the most beautiful things? Yes, these are tools. They are tools for your wellness journey, And I'm telling you what, they do the work, because especially this quote deck, you get 54 cards, I believe, all different quotes, and they're meant to hit you upside the head like a cosmic 2x4. I say that all the time, but that's how they made it into the deck. I mean, I've been collecting quotes, I don't know, 20 years. When I see something that lights me up, I say, oh, that's it. That's going in the thing. And, sure enough, y'all are saying the same thing back to me. Anyway, this is what you do with them. You put your quote on a little easel that comes with your quote deck, and you let it do its work. It just sits there on the stand all day, and it's looking at you, and it just does its work. It helps to rearrange your thoughts, helps to make you think when you're looking at it, you're really conscious about it. And other times, it's just there. It's just there, and you're going, yep, there it is. It's doing its job. Your body can stand almost anything. It's your mind that you have to convince. That's what's sitting on my quote deck easel right now. What's sitting on yours? Anyway, check it out, savingdinner.com/quote. That's how you get it. Good. Lily ordered her quote deck at the same time. I know you love yours, Marguerite. So yes. Oh, you are that's so sweet. Terry gave her friend a quote, is going to give her friend a quote deck. Well, I want to hear all about it when it happens. How fun is that? You need info crush from being hit in the head by so many cosmic 2x4s. Well, Sarah said a while back, and this stuck with me, Sarah. You said every single quote was a cosmic 2x4 for you. And, that's how I know when we're in alignment. Yeah? Isn't that so cool? This week we're talking about time, and I think this is such an important thing to talk about, because if we don't have a handle on our time, then time is going to take us down. Oh, right there. Did you see that? I forgot about that. Yeah, if you have a question for me, send it into support@savingdinner.com, and on the subject line, question for Leanne on Friday. It'll get into the queue, and I'll answer it on Friday. How's that? Is that fair? Pinkies up. I'm pinking up a lot today and had way too much caffeine. Just letting you know. I accidentally made too much coffee this morning, and so I'm just like bursting. And I'm also, I've got dog dirt. You can see all the dirt on me and everything. And I just said, well, whatever. I've got a, dirty dog, got to do all the things, whatever. There you go. Janet Jones says, I got my quote deck. Freedom begins between the ears. See, I love it. And it does. It does. Whatever your favorite quote is from the quote deck, go ahead and put it in the chat. We want to see it. But right now, let's start with that time is on your side. Yes, it is. You stole my thunder, Sarah. You stole my thunder. But yeah, that is Mick Jagger saying that in 1964, y'all. No, I don't remember that, but it was in 1964. And I love this quote. And the reason that I love saying that time is on your side, and when you agree that it is on your side, it is because you own that time. We are not promised anything. We're not promised tomorrow, but we are here we are with today. What are we going to do with it? And when we approach every single day with the time that's in it, instead of wasting time or just say, I'm killing time. When somebody says I'm killing time, you're killing me, man. That upsets me, because it's showing a grand unappreciation for the beautiful gift of time that you've been given. We have to stay on top of the fact that time is on our side when we decide to own it. That's what we have to take a decision about that. There is a decision to be made about our time. So we start there. And what are we going to do? I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 things. And then probably through the week, like tomorrow, I'm going to be talking big time about procrastination, what it is, how to unplug from it, because it is a toughie. And you know what Jane just said, time is a sticky one for me. It's not just you, Jane. It's a lot of us. We think we've got a lot of time, and then all of a sudden we realize we don't. And if you've ever had a relative or somebody that you love be given a pretty acute diagnosis, then you recognize and you realize that time isn't necessarily going to be there forever. My father, and it's coming up, my father's birthday was on May 15th. And he would have been 92 this year. He died when he was 59, and he was on his deathbed when he turned 59. And I was told that he had incurable cancer. He had a vascular cancer on May 9th, and on May 29th, he had passed away. So when you see time like that, then you recognize, wow, we've got time right now. We have time right now to take control of our time and to really appreciate it and have real extraordinary gratitude for time. That's important. That's important. And I'm going to tell you something right now. When I watching my father die, everything changed for me. At the time, I had my own business. I had a catering business, and I was young, and one of the up and coming caterers, and we my partner and I were doing big time stuff. I mean, we were billing 5 figures every month. We had a big corporate client. We were doing all kinds of stuff and burning the candle on both ends. And you know what I decided? Because time really distilled for me right then and there. Life's too short to spend your time getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and staying until 10 o'clock at night burning out. And there's got to be a better way. Now, of course, oh man, in 3 weeks from aggressive cancer, same with you, Sarah. You know what I'm talking about then. Time kind of stands still for that time, and then it goes really fast. And then you go back and you reflect and you think, wow, that's just different. That was 1985 when I lost my dad. So time, though, can be on our side when we start to appreciate and have gratitude for time. And I want you to write that down. Do you appreciate your time? Do you have extraordinary gratitude for all this time, this today that you've been given? When we can start there, to me, that's the starting place. When we start there, then we are going to see our way to really expand time. Now, you've heard the expression bend time, I'm sure you have, and it's wormholes and travel stuff and all of that. But in my mind, bending time is having extreme appreciation and is using time wisely. That's spending time, because like I said, and I mean this with all of my heart, about this journal. This journal is going to help us to have great appreciation for time and do extraordinary things in a short amount of time. That is how we should be approaching our time. I've got this amount of time. What can I do in it? So we got to start right now. Number one, what is the number one thing that we need to do? Number one thing is that we have to start with focus. We have to start with focus. And if we don't know where our time is going, we don't know where our life is going. And you can write that down too. If you don't know where your time is going, you don't know where your life is going. If it's spent just endlessly on games and garbage and social media inhales, then what's going on? Is that all your life is worth? That's a declaration that you're saying to your brain, this is all I'm worth. This is all I have. Oh, I'm just chillaxing here. Well, how many hours are you chillaxing? We start with understanding where our time has gone. So I want you to take a look at this. Go to savingdinner.com/time. That's where you can find a free time block sheet. You know why I like this? Because you can take this time block sheet, print it off, and you don't go into the nitty gritty. Well, at 12:22, I was flossing my teeth. At 12:23, I took the dog out to go to the bathroom. At 12:24, no. But we need to look, speaking of dogs, but we need to look at things, don't we? We've got to look at what we're doing. We've got to look, Lincoln. I'm not going to do this. I don't know. Mark is supposed to be watching the dog. Come get the puppy. Come get him. I'm telling Mark to come get him. Come get the dog. Come get the dog. There. Good grief. Men do things differently. Have you noticed that? They do things differently. This is why you come home and your children are, destroyed. They're dirty and all of that. Lincoln's barking at the door. He wants to sit on my lap, and that's just not happening. Anyway, back to the whole thing. Your time block sheet is going to be telling of where your time is, as long as you're honest. And again, you don't have to go bonkers on this and make, like these minute by minute things. It's asking for you to look at the chunks of your time, because we do have a tendency to waste a lot of time on chunks of things that don't have any impact whatsoever on our 12-week goals, And what if we could take and instead go, whoa, not doing that. Instead, I'm going to take that time that I have been wasting on that Candy Crush and put it on my fitness goal, put it on my getting ready and getting organized goal, whatever it is. Think about it in those terms. This is not to damn you or to do one of these to you. It's to say you need to keep an account. We are going to have to give an account of our time. We are going to have to give an account of our words. These are the things that we need to do in order to become the higher humans that we're called to be, so that you can be the woman you want to be, so that you can do the things that you want to do, so you can have the freedom to love your life. You can't love your life if you're being held prisoner by time. Number 2, create a list of stuff for the day, and do it in descending order. Like what needs to get done. I do this for my work stuff all the time. And they have, a lot of times I'm like, oh, I missed that or I missed this. But, I've always got a list of things that are going. I've got like 6 things on my list that need my attention. I do this at home, and I give Mark a honey-do list. I love me a nice little list. Lists are everything, and they're helpful. And while you can download the world onto your list and get overwhelmed from it, my strong suggestion is just kind of start chunking away. It's a little, a thing here and a thing there. You don't have to organize your entire house, but you can organize your dresser. You don't have to, I don't know, you know what I'm saying. This is just things that we need to do, is just look at it, one little tiny project at a time, and make sure that you've got a list of all the things that need to get done for your personal and for your, business and career and your work. Number 3, the big rocks go first. This also could be frog eating, like Lucy is saying. Yes, exactly. But it also can be that your priorities have to go into the jar first. And I love the analogy of the jar. You've got this big mason jar, and the rocks represent your time and your priorities, and everything else. Actually, the jar really represents your time. And the things that you have to do are in different sizes. If you put the large rocks in first, as opposed to putting in the sand, you're going to have the ability to fit a lot more things. So we start with the large rocks, then we go to the pebbles, and then we go to the sand. That's how it works. And then that way look at how much we can get done simply because we've organized by doing the big stuff first. Our priorities are our priorities are our priorities. And that would include being connected in a relationship and spending quality time with that someone, with your spouse or with your children or whomever. Doing that and just being intentional about it is speaking to those big rocks, isn't it? Number 4, you need to always have a plan B, because there will be interruptions. We love to set these schedules, don't they? And they're just beautiful. And you're looking at it and you're going, and I'm doing my workout here, and I've got this there, my pantry stocked, my refrigerator has all my sprint food, everything's ready to go. And then what happens? Your child wakes up. And instead of you being able to do your workout, you've got to deal with a wet bed. You've got to deal with a dog that threw up on the carpet. You've got whatever. So what I say to all of that is understand that the best laid plans are always going to have some kind of a hiccup or a disruption. Plan for it as if it's not going to happen. But when it does, be gracious about it, because when you're gracious about it, the situation, you're also being gracious to yourself and the interrupter. You don't want to be horrible to your child who woke up from a nightmare with a wet bed, do you? You want to give him that memory because he ruined your plans? That's my whole thing. Plan bloom. I love it so much. Sarah, that's so good. But we need that. We all need that. It gives everybody grace. It gives you grace. It gives your child grace. It gives the dog grace. I was getting really upset with Lincoln yesterday. I mean, he was just absolutely, and Mark was working on the bathroom. So I was all over, it was all about me and the dog. And I was trying to do a couple of things. And I was also trying to really relax because Sundays are my day that I stay in my pajamas most of the day too, if I can help it. Just letting you know. And it's just my whole day to do this. And it was every 2 minutes, he wanted to get up, he'd go out, ring the bell, and want to go outside. And he'd just walking around and everything. And then I was just finally, I'm just done with you, dog. And, we have a rope for him to sit out there because sometimes he wants to sit out and just lay in the sun. So I said, go ahead, sit out and lay in the sun. And I wasn't kind about it. I wasn't beating the dog or whatever, but I wasn't kind. And it felt bad. And then later on, he kind of was a little timid because I was like, you do you, Lincoln. That's what I was saying. You just do you. I've got it, get out of my hair kind of a thing. And it didn't make him feel good. He kind of peed himself a little bit. And that was because of me. So my whole thing is there's going to be interruptions. We got to plan for it, have something in place for it. But, of course, minimize it by planning accordingly and good timing. So, for example, if your child usually takes a nap at 2:00 in the afternoon, that'd be a good time for you to do something that you can't do with your child. You see where I'm going with all of that. Number 5, I guess, multitasking is a time waster. Did you hear me say that? Yes, I did. Multitasking is ridiculous because nobody is good at multitasking. Now, we can abstract think, we can conceptualize. There's a lot of different things that we can do, but can we multitask? Absolutely not. We cannot do that. We can piggyback, however. Piggybacking is everything. Piggybacking is, and if you haven't heard me talk about this before, Lily said she's got a 6-month-old and a 3-year-old golden doodle. Oh, yes. Yes. I know. Everybody's always on your tail or knocking at the door or whining, right? Yikes. It's a whole different thing. But, the whole thing with multitasking is, you can turn on your washing machine, your dryer, your dishwasher, and even your Instant Pot. You can do all of those at the same time. That's multitasking. That's smart multitasking because there's machines doing it all. But for you to say, I'm going to run a bathtub, run the vacuum cleaner, make a phone call and all of that, something's going to happen. You're going to burn something on the stove. You're going to whatever. It's a dumb idea. And if you've ever had a bathtub overflow or a sink or whatever, you know. Lucy, you're not the only one. None of us are up about that. Sarah, she can't help herself. I need a snare drum. Ba-dum-bum. She'll be here all night, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so the whole thing is we don't multitask, but we piggyback. And when we have a well-established habit that we're trying to now incorporate a brand new habit, that's the piggyback. So, for example, you can piggyback. One of the things that I've done has been after I empty the dishwasher, my coffee's going, I will do a 4-minute workout, because a 4-minute workout is a new habit, right? It's an old habit now, but when I started this, I was not allowed to have coffee until the 4-minute workout was done first thing in the morning. And then I do another one right now after the show or right before the show. Either way, but it's on a reminder. And then I do another one in the evening. And just when you anchor it to something else, you piggyback it on something else, it's easy to get done because you remember, oh, yes, so coffee. Want the coffee? You want the coffee? You know how it is. There you go. That's how the whole thing works. So procrastination, I'm going to do a whole show on that tomorrow, because procrastination is, and if you've read the Webster Dictionary, says it's decisions that have been put off is what it is. Putting off decisions. And when we procrastinate, I want to say this, we're not making a decision about something, we're still making a decision. We're making a decision not to do anything about it. And then the natural consequences flow. Procrastination, there are many ways that we can get beyond procrastination. There's a lot of ways that we can start saying no more procrastination. And tomorrow we're going to do a deep dive on it. So you're going to want to be, if you value your time, you're going to want to be here for procrastination. Oh, and by the way, as soon as we can figure out Instagram, we will be on live on Instagram as well, going forward. So it'll be Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all at the same time every single day. So just letting you know, if you're an Instagram user and you prefer that platform, be watching for us tomorrow. Patsy did her 4-minute workout while waiting for her coffee. See, it works. That's a piggyback right there. And it's real effectual. Number 6, review your day for the wins, and then correct as need be. Now, when I say this, and you're going to see this more, those of you who are coming to the workshop here, that's part of your daily thing. We call them path corrections. And the only reason we have a path correction is not to beat ourselves up, but to see, is there a better and wiser use of our time so that we can be hitting our goals? Because the whole idea behind the journal is to weave our goals and the little steps that we take to get to that place of completion of the goal into our daily lives. Isn't that pretty cool? So I love that. And it's massively important, but it's also massively important to say, you know what? I won the day because I started this piggyback habit and I completed it. I won the day because I did X, Y, and Z. I won the day because I got I moved my workout to the front of the day and it actually happened. Those are the kind of things we need to remind ourselves of how wonderful we are, because we are. We have wonderful coursing through our veins. We just need to, start showing up for it. Number, I don't know, 7, is that it? I think so. Use your rituals. And again, back to this Take Back Your Life journal, I'm going to teach you how to elevate your routine to a ritual so that your days and your nights are bookended by these fabulous rituals. When we do that, the middles sort of take care of themselves a little bit, but the day flows so much better. And one of the things and we are going to talk about as well, is this state of flow. And flow is a state that happens when things are you're firing on all cylinders. It's also a time thing. So I want to be talking about that probably on Thursday. Just, stay tuned for the week. You'll get all the stuff. But the rituals are your bookends for the day. And boy, do they make a difference. They set you up for the next thing. They set you up at night. They set you up for a good morning. And in the morning, when you're starting, all the rituals that you do, you're setting yourself up, heart, mind, body, and soul. That's what the Daily Dish is about. Getting vibrancy back into your heart, mind, body, and soul. You're setting yourself up for that, and the rest of your day. And then things start to really go. Have you noticed how that works? Hey, Carol, pinky's up to you too. Isn't that so good? I love using my rituals. And at any time you can change them up. At any time you can alter them. We just don't want to make them too complicated. And we'll go really deep into them when we're talking about it in our workshop. So if you don't have a journal, now's the time to go get one. savingdinner.com/journal so that we can get you a seat in either of the workshops. You can come to both if you want. They're on May 15th and May 22nd, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern on both. And I just want you there because this is really good, really needle moving stuff for your goals. It's pretty exciting. Number 8, timers are primers for getting it all in. Have you noticed that? Now, when I use I use timers for things, to countdown clock. I also use my alarms, but your phone is such an amazing tool. Strong suggestion to start using it. This primes the pump for you getting it all in. Have you ever noticed at the end of the day, you're going, oh my gosh, there's 2 bottles of water there. You didn't get all your hydration in. But I'm going to bet you didn't set your alarms for it either, did you? Right? So this is what we do. And then a reminder, you can set reminders from, for 3 times a day to get the 4-minute workouts in. And yeah, your alarms are going off a lot, but at some point you can stop them once it starts to become second nature. But for right now, we're timing, we're getting our, we're learning new things and we're trying to get things down pat. It just makes so much difference, so much of a difference. Number 10, I guess. Is that right? 10, 11? Yeah, I think so. Take a break. We have a tendency to want to have like these perfect days, and perfect doesn't exist on this side of glory. You know that, but excellence does. And when you take a break, you're saying it's enough for me to stop right now because, and you've heard this before, that if you've got 4 hours of work to do, then you spend 3 hours of that sharpening your saw. In other words, the execution is one thing, but preparation is everything else. And taking that rest, taking that time to sit with it, to have a little tea time, to say, okay, I'm just going to go outside for a walk. You can also piggyback, some exercise into it, but it makes you feel better. It makes you feel better. We give ourselves a break. It's a loving thing to do. And it's a way of honoring our bodies and our time. There's a start time and an end time too. Don't let the break go on endlessly, getting lost in Candy Crush or, Netflix or whatever. If we do it in an honoring way like this and then start back into the other thing, we're going to have a time of really enjoying it. I always drink a cup of tea. I've got my Wise Women's tea and I'm all about that. And it's always a special time. I love plugging in I have my little hot teapot, electric one. I press the button down. And as it starts to make that noise, just even the stimulation of all of that just reminds me this is a little time that I've carved out for myself. And that is precious. So keep that in mind. And then the last thing I'm going to add, okay, and I hope this one might sound like, but you just said, you just said, don't do this, but I'm going to bonus your piggyback. And that is to use your I am mantras when you're doing a piggyback. So when you're doing your 4-minute workout, we were calling them at Full Bloom shampoo mantras. But something can trigger your I am statements because I am statements are so incredibly powerful. And we need a moment to be able to connect with them. We need to say them out loud. We need to write them out and we need to emote with them. And they need to connect also to our goals. And again, you're going to learn how to do all of that with your journals. As we do all of this, as we add these wonderful I am statements in there of the things that we are becoming, we're going to start to feel it in our heart of hearts. We're going to start to feel nurtured and loved, heart, mind, body, and soul. And we're going to start to see things begin to happen because our reticular activating system is being activated at the very same time. Isn't that so cool? This is what we can do with time. This is how we learn to respect it, to cherish it, to use it wisely, and to become real gatekeepers on our time. This is what wise women do. And I'm excited about this whole week. I love this topic because as I've learned and things have gotten better for me and things have gone I've noticed that my longer term goals as I use these techniques are accomplished in a shorter period of time. Interesting, huh? It's from this. It's from this. And it's from being honoring with my time. I want you to be an honorer of your time. Are you ready to do that? If you've got some pinkies, show them. Put them up, ladies. I really appreciate the fact that you show up every single day and that you share these videos. And you know what else I appreciate? I appreciate your participation and your support and your encouragement, not just for me, but for our entire team. You know, our Jenny has moved to Montana. You also know that, you know, this whole entire team is, you know, we love you guys. I was going to say something, but Amber has things that she will tell you later. But listen, this is what I want you to do. I just want you to be honoring of your time. I want you to be the wise women that I already know that you are. I want you to show up and do the hot milk sprint like it is. It is the only thing in the world that you have to do. And I want you to get your results. You know, next Monday at this time, I want you absolutely overflowing with awe and wonder. Slacken jaw. Like, this is me. Look what I just did, right? Honor your time. Honor the plan. Honor your sisters. Show up, encourage, and be a support. All of this is going to come back to you tenfold just by doing this. Terry, I don't know. I think maybe I counted it wrong. Start with focus, create a list of stuff for the day, do the big rocks first, plan B for interruptions, multitasking, no, piggyback, yes, procrastination, review your day, use your rituals, timers or primers, take a break, and the bonus piggyback. There you go. That was fast, wasn't it? Margaret says she's going to honor her time from now on. Amen, sister. Amen. I appreciate all of you, by the way. And thank you. Thank you so much, Lily, for your sweet comments. Can I come to the journal workshop with my urgent Take Back Your Life journal? Of course. Your urgent Take Back Your Life journal? That's what everybody wants to. I don't know what an urgent Take Back Your Life journal is, but this is the Take Back Your Life journal. Call it Honor Your Time. There you go. Thank you again. And I will see you tomorrow. And don't forget, tomorrow, we're going to be talking about procrastination. Don't procrastinate and not show up. Be here, okay? Peace be with you. I appreciate you. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.